I'm being videoed. It's my day.
I didn't know whether I should interrupt them or...
Always.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you. So I always go to the Bean Brewers for coffee. It's true though. So it's a big day. I've got a lot of meetings, but important meetings. I try to be really ruthless about meetings. If they're not necessary, I do everything I can to stop them from happening. My daughter Georgia is 9.5 months. She's usually been an awesome sleeper, I have to say, and I feel like the last week and a half we're paying for it. It's gonna be a good coffee day. So the first meeting will be with my team, the Operational Excellence team. So that's Nat here, and then Lauren is out of the Melbourne office. After that, we have a meeting with Paul and Alex with Nat to go through our last innovations. Do you want an update on that meeting?
Yes, please.
It did not go very well. We could have been better prepared, I would say. Yeah, that was a tough meeting, but we'll move on and we'll learn. And now I'm meeting with Lauren. Just give me a sec, I'm gonna go over to the quiet area. Now I have the operational department heads meeting, so that'll be with Kat, Duncan, Kath, and Alex. Yeah, we've got a lot to talk through. This is a normal Wednesday for me, so I'm kind of a believer in pack your meetings into one day so that you have other days that are more free, at least. So yeah, Wednesdays are pretty back to back. That's why it's just important to be prepared, because you don't want to waste people's time. Cool, so we're just going to fluid leads. No, Kat, I'm just gonna run it for, so this is a meeting of all the leads of our biggest campaigns, and I'm 5 minutes late, but should be good. In terms of today, we're gonna keep it pretty simple. I wanna take everyone through one thing in terms of how we're gonna work in analytics to make sure we're getting our reports right. You know, there's some meetings you know you can add value to and we'll get a lot out of. The last one we had, the fluid leads, there's a couple of things that we're implementing that are really good for people and gonna help campaigns and make things simpler. A lot of times if you wanna make change within the organization, the step of getting everyone to agree is the most time-consuming part of the process. You're good. Thanks, man. There's a lot of things that are constantly changing, and the cool thing is seeing once we do all agree what then happens, because then things start to move fast. Heading to the last meeting of the day, 2-hour department heads meeting. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty long, but I'm sure it'll be a good way to end the day. It was a difficult conversations meeting, and those are sometimes the ones that are most important, but not necessarily the most fun. So it was an important meeting, but I don't think anybody loved it. I have a lot of tips for if you wanna optimize or improve your business. Have a system where you manage yourself, and that's gotta be the first thing that you do before you even think about what you could do for your whole business. Because if you're not efficient with your own time, then you'll never be efficient with other people's. If you want something immediately actionable, is just schedule email time. Don't have your email open all the time. Don't flip back and forth into it. Email is probably the biggest distraction across all of business, full stop. Be realistic with yourself. Whether it's 25 minutes or an hour and a half, most people can't focus for much longer than that. Figure out what works for you, but don't think that you can just sit for 8 hours straight and get your best work done, because that's not how the brain works, and you just burn yourself out. The best parts of days like today are I probably meet with one way or another half the company. The worst part of days like today is it doesn't really stop. I haven't had a chance to actually get a lot of work done. Most of what I've done is meet and then take notes so that tomorrow I can come back and reorganize myself and kind of take everything from today and put it into a plan for kind of the next 5 days till I have another Wednesday.